Hello and welcome to the last GameDev meetup of this year, GameDev Meetup 91. So this year was, despite the situation with the coronavirus and the social crisis, this year was pretty active for our community. We had events like Global Game Jam Next, we had Spēļu Zapte, contest BRSD, another contest Mazais BRSD, and we had a game hackathon in Ventspils and lots of events this year. And also the game development industry has grown dramatically, like not this year, but in year 2019, but this year we gathered the stats and it grew almost twice. Can you imagine? Like the whole industry has grown almost twice in 2019. And my predictions are that in 2020, it continued rapid growth. So in 2019, it grew from 18 million to 30.1 million. The turnaround of the industry, that's insane. And I hope that in 2020, we will get the stats next year, but I hope that in 2020, it will grow by at least the same amount. So in this meetup, we will have a small recap meetup. Jānis Skuja will tell us about Mazais BRSD, the results, how they went, and then he will tell us about the next year's Global Game Jam Online 2021. So Jānis, please.
Okay, hi there. So I will recite this. So hello everyone. A long time no see. We just met like I guess a week or two ago, 2 weeks ago actually. And without further ado, I will show you my presentation. My awesome, cool presentation I did. So Global Game Jam 2021. This time it will be online. And here's the agenda of this talk. It will be a bit longer talk than you might anticipate. I will try to shorten it a bit, but there's a lot of information to give you. So, okay, here we go. So, for those of you who might not know me, my name is Jānis Skuja. I'm a board member of Latvian Game Developers Association since this year. Soon we will have re-election. We'll see if I'm again re-elected or not. That's the future. And I'm a two-time organizer of Global Game Jam Riga in 2019 and in 2020. Also, I volunteered and helped with Global Game Jam Next, which is organized by the University College of Economics and Culture. Global Game Jam Next is a global game jam for young game developers from 12 to 17 years old. So if you know your little brother or something, I'll tell them that this summer you can participate it again. Because University College of Economics and Culture will most likely organize it again. And then I recently, as Elviss mentioned, I organized a jam called Mazais BRSD, which is Stop Talking, Start Doing, just a smaller scale version of it. Instead of 1 month, developers made games during 2 weeks. Then I'm one of the GameDev.lv Discord server maintainers. We recently made an official Discord server that we maintain, and we implement there a lot of features. And why I mentioned this Discord server, it's because the Global Game Jam Online will take place in this Discord server. And when I'm not working for a Game Developers Association, I'm a full-stack developer working in Ubiquity Networks. I'm a hobbyist game developer, and hopefully me and my wife will create a real game sometime soon. So, about Mazais BRSD 2020. It happened, it was announced in late October, but it happened from 6th of November to 20th of November, so 2 weeks. It took the inspirations from jams like Lubdumdāre. I asked the community to give their themes, and later on they voted for the themes. And the theme that won was The Last Hour, aka in Latvian Pēdējā stunda. This jam was meant for Latvian game developers. It turned out that in the end, 22 developers joined and 9 games were made. I don't know how many worked solo. I think most of the people worked solo. There were also teams. And overall, at the start of this jam, I kind of expected more developers, more games, but in the end, I was super happy to have these numbers too. It was super great. Games were awesome. And also, of course, like in mBRSD, we had prizes for public and jury vote. Those are money prizes, which I will reveal later on. And then, of course, as all of the events for Latvian Game Developers Association, this also was sponsored by our main sponsor Game Insight and Estoti. So without them, we can't do these jams. So thank you very much. Communication mostly happened in Discord, and also it happened during live streams. There were 3 live streams that I did for opening, then it was for playing the games, the jury reveal, and later the awards. And yeah, my daughter in the background is really intensely cheering me on during this talk. And by the way, I will mention this presentation. It will contain a lot of links, but don't be afraid of them, because I will share the presentation slides later in, I think in Discord, maybe also in this video's comment section. So yeah, don't worry about it. Okay, these are the games that were submitted for Mazais BRSD 2020. My hope is that all of these games will continue to be made during the big BRSD organized in March. It's a longer event. It's a 1 month long event instead of 2 weeks. So it definitely will have the developers will definitely have a larger time span to develop these games further and finish them and win more prizes. And also I want to remind you that all the winners of this jam, including the public and jury vote winners, can publish the games on Steam, and Latvian Game Developers Association will actually pay for the publishing license on Steam or I don't know, on Google Play or iOS. Well, that was the rules of this jam. So yeah, and maybe if you are wondering, the jury vote was like this. It was a simple score 1 to 5. It was a weighted average of 10% was the use of theme and idea. This was deliberately made a very small percentage because in this jam, like in any other jam, you can interpret the theme basically like you want. We wanted people let to interpret the theme whatever way they wanted. So that way we could get more variety of games, which we actually did. We had a lot of cool different games. So yeah, 30% was gameplay, then 30 game design, and 30 was aesthetics and sound. Yeah, so in a jury we had Girts Testeris, Rihards Walters, and Nauris Alboliņš. All of them are known developers in Latvian Game Developers Association. The jury also was picked deliberately from the people that also participate in community, participate in jams, and yeah, I think the jury was super awesome. So these were the results. By public vote, the first place was Found You. I think that public vote actually is well deserved because I saw they put their stuff in Facebook, shared to friends, and they shared their models in Instagram, so they did the work to actually get that place. And then the second place and first place for the jury vote, I think that's the real winner of this jam, was Simdale's last moment opening. In total, he won 500 euros. He said that those 500 euros will go towards to actually making the game further. So I kind of wait some kind of update for last moment opening. The last moment opening is a pretty cool game. It's hotel management game, and it kind of reminded me of Fallout Shelter a bit. I really wanted to continue play that game more and more. Then public vote third place was Intercity Scooter Racing. It's a funny like electric scooter type of game that was made by Archo, and Archo is a game jam veteran. He has participated in all of BRSD, and he always gets some kind of a place. So congratulations. And so for the jury vote, the second place was Mathieu Noire. I didn't know about this developer before, but he made a game in my favorite game engine, Godot, so he got second place. It was a coincidence, but the game is actually really good. It's a 3D type of I couldn't say it's a horror game. It does give you this feeling that you're really alone in this spaceship and really need to get out. It's a maze kind of escape game. Really cool and very, very, very atmospheric. And the third place was by Raimonds Udris, the Time Traveler Diary or Time Traveler Day. I don't know which is the best name for the game to use, because both of the names are used. And that game was special because Raimonds was doing like kind of an experiment to show his students that you can make a game without coding. So he made all of his game using ready-made assets, and he used only visual scripting. So great job, and I hope that students will be very inspired to do their own games. So that concludes a recap of Mazais BRSD. Again, congratulations to everyone. I hope everyone will continue to make their games and can participate in the bigger BRSD happening in March next year. So let's move on to Global Game Jam. Okay, I do this presentation. This is like the third time I talked about Global Game Jam during Meetup. So if you don't know what's a Global Game Jam, it's a world's largest game jam that takes place at physical locations. And it's a 48-hour game jam usually. You come in Friday, then leave Saturday, not Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. In those 48 hours, you just make a game. And the thing is, in this jam, you make games just for fun. There are no prizes. There won't be any prizes for this jam, at least in Latvia. And the main goal is still to collaborate with other game developers and have fun, and to just express yourself through the medium of game development. And so 2021 will be different. This is the first year it's happening fully online, but I want to still save all of the traditions we had previously, right? For example, we will somehow make it happen that you will get pizzas or stuff like that. The schedule will stay the same, but it will be online, right? And hopefully in 2022 we can return back on site, because the energy on site is on a different level. People always leave the Global Game Jam with enough motivation to just make something, right? Yeah. So the current status of Global Game Jam online, currently there are 36 countries registered. I checked it right now also. The status hasn't changed. Last year, I think it was 118 countries registered in total. There are still jam sites registering, so there will definitely be more jam sites. But in 2021, I predict that there will be less jammers and less jam sites than in previous years. The reasons are that some countries, for example, don't have electricity. Like they have electricity outages like from time to time. They don't have enough electricity to sustain a global game jam online. Or the internet is maybe too weak. In Latvia, we are lucky. We have electricity, we have good internet, so there aren't any obstacles in that respect. So yeah, the global game jam will happen online in Latvia. Yeah, so let's talk a bit about rules. So the global game jam this year is kinda top secret until January 29th, 2021. I say kinda top secret because if you go to globalgamejam.org, you will see that jam start date is from 27th of January. So a lot of jams will actually know the theme beforehand. You can also look at the theme beforehand. That's allowed this time. But please keep the theme to yourself if you look at it. This change was made from global game jam organizers to accommodate people needs like online. For example, maybe some people won't have like the full weekend to sit at home and develop games. Well, but in Latvia, I kinda chose to do the standard 48 hours from Friday to Sunday, and we'll just stick to it. Yeah, so if you know the theme before January 29th, please keep it to yourself. And I mean, you can use this to advantage later. If you will present the idea, you can just record your idea and send me a video, and present the idea that way. So the next is you must be 18 plus or to enter. This is kind of maybe a weird rule to have in an online jam, but I still think it's necessary because it's still 48-hour jam without parental guidance or any guidance. You can, maybe do something or maybe get, I don't know, bullied at some point. I don't know. That's said in Latvia, that has never happened, and we will keep it that way. And of course, if you want your little brother or cousin to participate and you are 18 and older, then it's allowed, of course, if you keep an eye on him or her, right? So we will see that case by case basis, right? So. Next is you must be in Latvian time zone to be able to register. That is to maybe simulate kind of location, right? That means, I won't be turning away people that want to participate from other countries, but we will we want to keep it still kind of local yet global, because in global game jam, the thing is, by all the sites in all of the world that happen in the same time, they have different culture, different game development culture. So by just allowing, I don't know, people to just come in one site or just going wherever, this kind of breaks that barrier, and I think we still want that barrier to be there, and we kind of want to collaborate with other game jam sites and see what's different, right? Across this barrier. So that's why the time zone is there. And yeah, you can only use assets that you have the right to use, that you made or bought. It's fine. If you have obtained these assets legally, you can use them. But keep note that all of these assets and code and the game you create needs to be under Creative Commons license. That means it needs to be open source. So if you use some assets that are not under this Creative Commons license, or you then don't put them in the source code, right? But you can still upload the final build to Global Game Jam site. And the sixth is basically be nice to each other and stay healthy and have fun. So we haven't had any instances of harassment or bullying in jam site. as far as I know of, and I think there won't be, but this might still need to be said, reminded maybe to, just be nice to people, right? And stay healthy is the jam is 48 hours long, so please remember to sleep, because sitting in one spot for 48 hours, even in your home, it's bad. So please sleep. That said, nobody usually listens to that, and people just don't sleep anyway. Just being like all of the Latvian game developers are really hardcore when it comes to global game jam for some reason. And yeah, have fun. It really doesn't need to be said. You kind of have fun anyway in global game jam. So yeah, there's more info in global game jam site. There are legal policies, code of conduct. Before you attend this jam, please read them. Okay, let's talk about diversifiers now. I will say this, for those of you who don't know, diversifiers are optional restrictions for your game, and I think that these restrictions actually help you to make game faster, make the game development process more fun, and I strongly suggest to use them. You can check out what diversifiers were used last year at this link. I will post the presentation later in comment section and Discord and in Messenger, like everywhere I can, so you can just click those links and see for yourself. And like I will give you some examples for diversifiers. One of the examples are, for example, just make your game in black and white, and then there was an interesting diversifier that I liked. It wasn't like game related, it was more like you switch the roles. For example, an artist becomes a programmer even if he or she doesn't know how to code, or like a programmer does the art, and like you just switch roles. It could be a great learning experience. The game might turn out a disaster, but then again, the goal here is to have fun, and if you don't create a game or fail to create a game, it's fine. You don't have to submit a finished game. It's encouraged to submit a finished game, but still, if you don't just present whatever you did during the jam, you can say, hey, whole jam, I just ate pizza and sat at the computer screen and sat and watched the Twitch stream. It's fine. At the end of the presentations, you can say that. It's cool. But please try to make a game. And yeah, right now you can suggest the diversifiers for 2021 jam site. Anything you want, any restrictions you want to submit, go to this form and submit it. And let's speak a bit about resources. During 48 hours, it's super hard to create all of the assets yourself if you might have a small team, or it's 48 hours, it's very short time. So Global Game Jam has compiled a list of Jammer resources in this link. So go there, check it out. It's super useful. If you want some free resources, even not for the jam, it's just for, I don't know, just for your game in general, I guess. So, and then is Global Game Jam has these global sponsors, so keep an eye out also for them. For example, last year, Game Maker was sponsored. You could get a Game Maker for free during Global Game Jam, the professional license one, I guess. And then there was this. I guess it was called Houdini 3D software. You could get to use it for free for months before Global Game Jam and during the Global Game Jam. So just keep an eye on Global Game Jam Twitter for that stuff. This year, I think one of the sponsors is Core Game Engine. It's a new game engine that lets you easily create really cool games on the Core platform. So I think they have a game jam right now where if you win, you can get in-store credits for it. So yeah, my favorite sites for getting resources is itch.io and OpenGameArt. I go to them constantly for my jam games, and I suggest to look at them yourself. They contain almost everything, from 2D assets to 3D assets to sound, music, And yeah, and I think even like Latvian artists put and sell their stuff on itch.io. So check it out. And yeah, use any game engine you want. My favorite is Godot engine. Your favorite might be Unity. Someone else's favorite might be Unreal Engine or whatever engine you want. And the thing is, I didn't mention anywhere this, you don't have to create a video game. You can create a board game, you can create just a text adventure, you can create a game that you play just in a field. It can be just basically a text file with set of rules. So really, it doesn't have to be a video game. Create whatever game you want. Just collaborate and have fun, basically. And let's, like this is, I promise the presentation has only 5 more slides. It's a bit long, but I hope you're having fun with me. So let's talk a bit about history. So Global Game Jam in Riga started in 2013. It was organized by Vladimir Slavs. He's now he has his own company with his girlfriend. And yeah, they make super awesome games. They won a lot of awards this year for their games, and I'm super grateful that he snowballed this Global Game Jam Riga in existence. Without him, I don't think we would have this it is this tradition like it is right now. So definitely thank you, Vladimir, for doing that. So the next thing is then after that it didn't happen for a year. Well, I don't know what happened and why. But from 2015 to 2018 it was organized by our Latvian Game Developers Association. Elviss I think was the main organizer there. Then in 2019 he asked me to help with the organization, which I did, and 2019 it turned out to be the largest game jam, as I was totally overwhelmed, but I still had fun nonetheless. And that year it was super hardcore. Almost nobody slept. It was no use telling people to sleep. People just, I don't know, they really coded and did stuff and made a lot of games, 24 games. That's a very, very large number, I think, for 48 hours. And the year after that, this year, in February, 2nd of February, we had 84 participants and they created 17 games. And this year was special because we kind of returned to Riseba round building, which was hosted the Global Game Jam, I think, most of the years. And we also had visitors from Estonia. We made a lot of friends. They were super, super cool and awesome. I really hope that this year they could, some of them could, return to our game jam, have still, make, again, new friends, have fun, but alas, we will have to do it online. And, well, let's hope for 2022 again. Let's hope we can do it on site and meet our new friends again. So, yeah, this is the photo of the last year. We always take a group photo after the game presentations. I hope we can do it again this year, maybe a Zoom, I think, thing that has floated around. Maybe just you can, the participants can just send whatever photo of them, can make a collage of it. We will see, but I hope we can do this kind of a photo again. So yeah, let's try to keep this tradition alive. And yeah, you can see all the other photos. There's a link below, so check it out. Yeah, so this year was interesting. The one different thing that we already did, Mother had this idea. She's from Latvian Game Developers Association, Mother Āboliņa. She has this idea to do a poster contest, right? And I listened to that idea, I really liked it. So I made a poster contest. And I didn't expect much participants in this one, but I was overwhelmed when in the last day rolled in 11 posters. And all of the posters were really cool, and I was really pleasantly surprised by them. You can check out all of the posters in this link, and the poster that won was Ilonas Kaķītes poster. So this will be basically the Global Game Jam image of 2021. And why I'm talking about posters this much? Posters are a global game jam tradition all over the world. Each site has its own poster, its own unique style. And if you go to Global Game Jam's Facebook page, they have poster albums from each year, and they are really inspiring. So I'm super happy to have this as a poster for Global Game Jam Latvia this year. Yeah, I'm sorry, not this. Yeah. Okay, so what will happen in 2021? Everything will be held online in GameDev.lv, like in this Discord server. Most of you have already joined the server. How it will happen? We'll create special roles and special channel groups for Global Game Jam online participants. So those people who won't participate won't be able to see what's happening in Global Game Jam, I guess, until, they will be able to see in the Twitch live stream that will happen on the GameDev.lv Twitch channel. So yeah, I will stream for 48 hours. Of course, I will go to sleep, put on some music, maybe put on some of the developers that are participating on this Twitch channel. So be sure to stream if you are participating. And we'll maybe do some collabs in Twitch. Last year we did a collab with Poland's site. We just went out, we just showed each other our sites, showed each other like the games. I really hope we will get some collaboration this year too, so that will be fun. And you can actually register for the Global Game Jam site right now. Just go to Global Game Jam.org, either click this link after I share the slides, or you can just in Global Game Jam site you can just search Latvia and you will find it. So register right now, and when the time comes closer, I will send everyone emails about details on how to get on the Discord server, what you must do to get your Global Game Jam role, and some event details that I might have not talked about here. And and also one thing I want to do, I will make sure that some of you get pizzas by being active in Discord activities. We will do this by, we'll play some games in Discord, we will share our pet pictures, we will write stories in Discord, and in general we will have fun in Discord. I am copying this mechanic from a recent conference I was on. It was Nordic Game Conference. It was super cool. They had all of these activities in Discord, so I will just steal those activities. And instead of video games, we will just award people with pizzas, right? So, but of course, this has its limitations. Not everywhere we can deliver pizza. So, we will try. But if you don't have a pizza place around you, so then we might, settle for some other food or something. We'll see. And as I said many times before, we will try to follow mostly Global Game Jam standard schedule, this is the standard schedule for Global Game Jam. This is not different from previous years. We'll do the same thing. The only difference is you will gather in a Discord server. You won't gather at Riseba building anymore. You will watch the event opening streamed in Twitch. The Twitch stream will happen in parallel in the Discord server. Each team after you make teams, we will create a voice chat and a text chat for each team. So you can have your private quote-unquote office space to work on your game. And I would be happy if you would stream your process either in Discord or Twitch or anywhere else, just send me a link and I will check it out during Twitch stream. I would be happy if you called me in Discord. We could have a live chat and just chat about game development, right? Yeah, during lunch break and dinner break, we will do some more pizza awards, I guess, play some more games. I have in mind, I have all the Jackbox Party games. We can play that, like have a little break of from the game development. And and I hope on third day we will have a lot of games submitted. You will present your games as you would in any other way. The thing is, I don't want people invade like people's privacy, like because people will be jamming at home. So camera or microphone isn't really required, but it's would be nice if you had one. And for the presentations, you can submit just a trailer video, and I will just show it in the Twitch stream. And that actually kind of works better, because people after 48 hours don't want to sit through like long presentations like this one, right? So yeah, definitely submit a trailer, we will show it. Then if you want, you can answer questions with video chat or just writing in text. And the questions, like the presentations, will be open to everyone, not just Twitch chat or something. Well, just keep an eye out, like in the Discord, like everyone will be able to watch and ask questions during the presentations about your games and your, well, if you don't make a game, it's still fine. Just say where you went wrong and why. And that's actually, I always say that in 2019, I really remember these two guys that actually did that. They went, they did this presentation of why they failed to make a game, and it was actually one of the most teaching presentations I have heard in Global Game Jam. So definitely, if you kind of failed, just share it. We are all here to learn and have fun again. Yeah, so that's it from me. I want to just say that there's help wanted. Write to info@GameDev.lv if you can help. And the things I'm looking for is, because organizing online event is super hard. I learned that from mBRSD 2020. So yeah, I will need a lot of help, like people that manage and do the activities in Discord channels when I'm streaming, for example. Or actually, it would be cool if I had another streamer to go to when I'm not streaming the Global Game Jam site. So if you will have a stream, like, and you will participate in Global Game Jam, send me the links to your streams. And of course, we need some, like, maybe you have ideas for some fun activities during the live stream and in Discord. I will gladly hear them and execute them. I like, quote unquote, stealing people's ideas. And yeah, and of course, we will need some official collaborators that can spread the word about Global Game Jam Online Latvia, that it's happening. It's a really cool event. It's happening all over the world, all in the same time, and everyone really should participate in it. And I will also write to some collaborators myself, asking if they want to collaborate. Then there are some ideas, like maybe to have like a fitness instructor, like we did last year, like doing a live stream that instructs you how to stretch and stuff. I will look into that also. That was super fun. I want to do it online too. Yeah, and it would be cool to give out some kind of a merch to Global Game Jam Online participants, like t-shirts, caps, or like literally anything. So if you can provide that and you want to be a collaborator, please contact us at info@GameDev.lv. So thank you. That the presentation, that's it. I will actually right now I'll just paste this presentation link to you guys. So yeah, anyone, yeah, cool, copy a link, and let me see. Here you go. Paste. You can see the presentation if you want. And yeah, I guess it's time for questions. Thank you.
Yeah, so yeah, so one question is, you have organized online events like hackathons and like competitions now. You have organized at least one, and you have actually been participating in the organization of another one. So do you have any like suggestions? So what's the difference? What should people pay attention to more than when they go to a local event?
You mean local versus an online event?
Yeah.
Okay, so
because so a few things that I already see is that you can go without a team to an on-site event, and you can gather a team there. It's not as easy here, so you actually have to be like communicate and do things differently.
Yes, definitely. That will be I think the most challenging part during like doing this global game jam in online. To actually make people form teams, in my opinion, because as you said, like when you are on site, you can just go and talk to people. In online, you kind of hide behind your monitor, but then again, you're kind of maybe too shy to write to people privately, and it's kind of a paradox. And I do see that in mBRSD, most of the games were made by solo game developers, and I do think it will be much harder to find a team online. Yeah, definitely. It is.
Any suggestions how to do that?
My suggestion, of course, is to don't be shy. Just communicate. Ask what help you need. Well, if you just want a buddy that's there for you when you like create, just say that. Just to be clear what you're looking for. Don't be afraid to ask if you can join someone's team. And remember, they can't do anything to you. Like the worst they can do is say no, right? So just ask, communicate. Everything will happen in Discord. They won't even I guess they won't even see your real name. Everything will be nicknames and stuff. So don't be shy. Really write. Yeah.
So we'll probably have detailed instructions about everything before the global game jam, but how do you think will the communication be? Like when you are on site, you can just poke another guy and just say, "I need this. Can you do that?" And also you can see who's up, who's not, who can actually help you and stuff like that. Everything is like absent in online events. So how do you think the communication will go?
In my opinion, of course, the communication won't be as good on site, right? But since I know a lot of people from the community, I will try to point out which people like know what. Also, we will have in Discord, you will have these roles. You will like choose, okay, I'm a Unity developer, I'm a Godot developer, or any other engine, I'm a music artist, or I'm a pixel artist. You will be able to choose roles, so you will be able to easily see who knows what. And also, since this is not a competition, do feel free to ask people stuff. And other thing is, well, yeah, it might be that people just won't answer to you. That's unfortunate, but that does happen in an online event. So what I want to do differently this year, I kind of low-key want to ask collaborators to maybe do some online lectures or workshops during the Global Game Jam in our Twitch stream, right? So that way, maybe you can ask this mentor guy or girl, how to do stuff. And yeah, it will definitely be more challenging than doing on site, definitely. And as I mentioned, you can just write, or we will have voice chats in Discord, we will have text chats, write, or just talk. And I hope most people actually do talk to each other like they would be in a real site. But I understand that's not possible for everyone, though. So I guess we will see, but I will try to do these small activities to help people. And of course, I will be always there to just find resources and try to help in whatever way I can. Yeah.
And yeah, so we are talking about the bad sides of online and how we have to adjust. Are there any opportunities and good things about moving online?
So in my opinion, good thing is that you are home. This jam usually happens in a time that it's very cold outside. Some people might not be able to travel to a local site. That this might be opportunity for those people. And also, like this year, it's a Global Game Jam Latvia, not Global Game Jam Riga, because it's happening online. So we didn't have people, for example, from Rēzekne or Ventspils before. So this time, if you're like further away from Riga, you can use this opportunity and actually participate in this jam. And another plus side is that we won't have like a capacity of people joining, right? It's an online event, and how many people want to join, just join. Previously, the max people that could attend a physical site was 100. But since it's online, I mean, it's kind of not unlimited. The Discord, I guess, has some limitations, but I think we won't reach those limitations, right? And you're at home, so you kind of will develop your game in your natural environment. Maybe that's a plus for some people. I think maybe there are more pluses. Like, for example,
I think another one would be like so in Latvia we are pretty local. Usually we always work only with friends and don't go outside. So this could actually teach our local developers to reach maybe people from other countries and teach them how to do projects online.
Yes, definitely, I agree. Yeah, you can reach out to Estonians, Lithuanians. They're super friendly. I'm working towards communicating with different game development associations from around the world, like Belarus or Slovakia. So yeah, it definitely will be easier to do like cross collaboration between game jam sites, or just make an international team. That said, there is this limitation that we are having this game jam site in Latvian time zone, so you might want to see people around our time zone. Yeah.
Okay, I guess thank you then. We have no more questions. Then see you next year, and Happy New Year, and thanks everybody for watching this stream, and see you in the GameDev Meetup 92.
Yes,
Okay,
thank you.
bye then.
Bye.